crack it out, all right.
Welcome to another Thursday vlog Thursday thing.
Vlog Thursday thing, yes.
Vlog Thursday thing. We don't do scripted at all. There is too much crap on the other bench, so we're up here because we're lazy and we don't want to move all the stuff off because there's just that much stuff.
Yeah.
Business has been really, really good.
It has. So good.
That we're not going to do the vlogs here anymore.
No.
Not at all. We're doing it here. Right here. Or maybe here.
Maybe here.
Could be here.
But definitely not in here.
And in case you don't know what all this is about, yes, we got a new building.
We sure did. Woo!
Right.
Finally.
So yeah, that's our big announcement. That's
Yep.
what we've been talking about is the Project Jefferson thing is...
Because we're moving on up.
To the east side.
To the east side.
I'm actually
Or
going...
Southgate.
Yeah, Southgate. Yeah, southeast of here.
Yep.
Yes, we got a new building.
Woohoo!
To accommodate the fact that we're always busy and we needed more space, so we doubled the amount of space, lots of space, and which is great.
Lots and lots of space.
Also, more dedicated steward area, so all the stuff that is back here that is all set up, that I'll take a picture of it, insert here.
Yeah.
Boop. Yeah. Anyways, so it doesn't have to be broke down each time. That's just pretty exciting.
Yep.
So that's our little bit of excitement that we're going to start it off with, and now we're going to our usual rambling of other things.
Blah, 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 blah.
We are going to post another video I'm going to show you how this tube represents.
And how these pens relate to it.
Yeah, this is a VPN tunnel. You know, the internet's full of tunnels, and VPNs and ISP stuff are really concerning to people, so I've been doing some more videos on them. We're going to do another video, show you how this represents a tunnel, and Marvin represents a VPN, and all these ink pens represent your browsing history. The variety of sites you go to. Marvin's excited about that one.
Shame on you.
Yeah. We were going to use a smaller tube, but it wouldn't work.
That's
yeah. So there's that. Other projects and fun things that we're working on here, besides the building, which has been a lot of fun projects, because I love dealing with the city. Yes, thanks government,
Well,
but that's
they're simply trying to keep us safe, Tom.
yes. In case government's watching us, we understand.
Thank you for keeping us
We know
safe.
your purpose.
Yes, thank you so much.
And it's not just to aggravate business owners and takes a long time to get buildings
That is a feature, not a bug, Tom.
Something I didn't tell Marvin, but Steve told me about it first, and then I learned about it yesterday, which is we have a client, and this is a thing he does, which is wonderful, and it makes me laugh. He makes Velociraptor noises when he learns someone new has come into his building, and so we're out.
Go on!
I have to record this. I mean, the guy is legit off the wall, and I love it. It's just he just starts screaming in the other room, and it's the most absurd thing. So he just it's great.
All right.
So we're out there fixing. They messed up a printer, so I stop by, fix a printer, and Steve told me, he goes, "Have you met the owner?" I said, "Oddly, no." I said, "You usually talk to the office manager, and he seems like a funny guy. He's pretty humorous and stuff." And so most people work there. It's a fun place for a trucking company. They really keep it fun. And but it turns out the owner, he makes noises from his office, and he does that when he learns someone new has come into the building, because they don't have like the general public coming through that much. And the guy is not just some you think of some trucking company. No, like they're a bigger truck company. Like they own other businesses too. They own all these different companies in both Canada and the U.S. And I mean, like the guy does quite well.
You've seen their trucks on the road, bottom line.
Yeah, but he's out there going, "Wah!" It cracks me up But Steve told me about this. He's like, "Have you ever met the owner?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "He makes noises when new people come in." Well, he's making the noises, and I said, "What's that?" And they go, "Oh, someone new in the office. He does that." And they find it humorous there, but they don't find it as humorous as I do, because apparently this is a common occurrence, so it's less funny to them.
We have to come up with a noise to make when people come in now.
Yeah, I was like, that's so funny, because it makes him very memorable for sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, right? I haven't even met this guy, and I'm going to remember him.
Then he does come out of his office. He goes, "Hey, you're not that guy. You're the other guy," because he met Steve last time. He goes, "You look like him, though. You like a hacker or something?" I'm like, "I guess." I'm like,
"You a Velociraptor?"
Yeah, I'm like, "You a Velociraptor?" So Yeah, there's some story to how it came about. I don't remember. Steve remembers, but he's not here to tell us right now. But maybe we'll include that story somewhere in the description if Steve updates it.
Yeah.
As to why the guy. There's got to be a reason. I was just laughing and wanted to get printers fixed because I had another job. So I went and knocked out all the printers, got them all set up for him. And
I love it. That's awesome.
yeah. So there's that. Anyone who follows me on Facebook, I posted a crazy picture. To me, it's crazy. Just the amount of storage servers needed to move steel. It was this. Yeah,
That was amazing.
Yeah. So another company where we got a project and some proposals with. It's interesting. Just all the systems that require you think about it, and I was like, ooh, sunrise and steel and everything. It's just in the servers, and that was kind of cool. I haven't seen these before, not in this manner, but sometimes it's a low tech. They think if there's a high tech problem, it turns out that a plug was unplugged and something overheated. So some of the stuff was actually pretty easy to sort out. They didn't change a filter and things overheated and shut off. So they're like, oh yeah. So it's an industrial environment. It's got heaters on the server. Cleaners on the server cage, and it did that. So I thought that was kind of novel.
How often should one change a server filter?
And when you're
a cleaner filter?
In this industrial, if you have an industrial environment like that, you should just do it all the time. Yes.
Every few months or something, I guess.
Another interesting thing I had read, and you can find this, I think it was under the sysadmin subreddit, but it was a breakdown of a company that got hacked. And I thought it was...
Seems to be a common theme as of late.
Very common theme.
Yeah.
But what's interesting was the hacker that broke in and encrypted things, I think he charged him $15,000 to unencrypt it. So it's ransomware. They got in and they locked him out. But the hacker, being very responsive, also offered to assist after being paid in decrypting everything. And as a bonus, if you paid him, they had dialogue with the guy. He offered to tell him how he got in. I thought,
yeah, hey.
So they went ahead and paid. They're kind of it's a learning lesson in many ways now.
Well, how much would it cost to hire a consultant to come in and tell you where your vulnerabilities are?
Well, and here's the other side of that. Once a hacker's in the system, they are good at wiping the logs to determine how they got there. So that's part of the problem. The forensically figuring out where a hacker, once he's been in your systems and taken them over, is extremely difficult, because if he had access to critical infrastructure systems, those are the systems that are supposed to monitor what they were doing, and they remove all the logs, or they create custom log programs like the guys at Yahoo that broke in did, that eliminated any of their logs but kept normal logs. Because removing the logs is a telltale sign something happened, but it's also a lack of evidence. It's kind of like, well, we know something happened because someone cleared all the logs. But in the case of like Yahoo, when they got hacked, they created a logging program that just didn't log what the hackers did, but left all the other logs intact, so no one knew there was anything in there. That was some of the breakdown of how Yahoo lost all their stuff. It's kind of crazy.
This guy missed a golden opportunity to upsell them. It should have been 15 to unlock them, 20 to show you the logs, 30 to show you how I did it. He missed a golden opportunity.
It did, yeah. But it turned out they had a proprietary, and they didn't say the brand, but they said proprietary firewall. Someone had a misconfigured rule in it. And that's one of the problems I have with a lot of firewalls that are complicated, I should say unduly complicated, is if you have something strange, it's really hard to read the rules, and you may accidentally or inadvertently open up your firewall to the outside world. And that's kind of scary. I've also been wanting to do more talks about how people get hacked. See, we see it all the time. You don't see it in the news. You see it in the news when Yahoo gets hacked, when Target gets hacked, or I posted about Hardee's getting hacked. You see national change. This company's not in the news. The only reason I know about it is because the guy who's the sysadmin working inside the company that had to pay the ransom and everything, they are posting it in a forum as a discussion piece. So it's not anything news that goes. CNN's not covering it, and all those places are. So a lot of small businesses just don't realize the risk they're under. But in big picture, there's a lot of small businesses being attacked because they're using some really outdated, we have proposals right now. We got a client using an 11-year-old system with security holes in it. They don't want to upgrade because it works. And I'm like, here's a list of vulnerabilities because the device has been installed for 11 years and here's all the problems it has with it, that known flaws. And this is such a big problem because they go, but it works. I don't want to replace it. I want to spend the money. And then the only companies that we have that really want to spend the money are going, what can we do to protect ourselves because we got hacked and we lost everything and they encrypted our backups and everything else. Because one of the side effects is not just having the backups. If the hacker gets in, they wait. They wait a long time. They're methodical because they'll encrypt and backdoor all the backups. That way you can go, backups, not to worry about this. I can just restore. But if they were in there and encrypted the backups, they can just keep doing it again because it's even on the backup. So they may put the system in there, set a timer to be 60 days out because you have 30 days with the backups. Now all of your backups, that anything you roll back to, also has his backdoor in there, her backdoor. So this can be an issue. It's one of those things you just have to be very hyper vigilant on it. Make sure you have up-to-date systems. It's serious.
Hackers are smart.
Yeah, they don't just do it. They have a plan. Yeah. And the reality is, if they get in off of a weak password on a system you left open by accident, they have the keys to the kingdom because of a slightly weak administrator, and it turned out the username that they had, because they disabled the administrator user, I think it was a backup user. They guessed the name and guessed the backup password for the backup user, and yeah, that was the source, which was nice because the system guy, because they did pay the hacker and he did cooperate with them, they disclosed the whole thing of how it happened, which was really good. Now, speaking of hacks, LastPass. Talked about them last week, talked about them this week. Again. But we still love them. Yeah. Now, and maybe I'll do a video, another LastPass hacked video, which is a follow-up to the last hack video, but I reiterate in there, the reason I like LastPass, the reason I'm still using LastPass is it's still a good solution. People are like, oh, I use this XYZ password company because they've never been hacked, they've never had a security breach. Tavis Ormandy is a genius. Is he looking at that company? There was a company that a lot of people jumped on that thought was really secure. As soon as it got popular, a security researcher took a look at it and go, this is horrible code. This actually has a complete exploit right here, here, and here. It takes the time of a security expert to go through it to figure these things out. The fact that LastPass has the largest user base of password managers is why people like Tavis and other security researchers are absolutely hammering on it. And I would rather use a well-vetted product that a security researcher is just beating away at every day going, hey, I think I can do this, or hey, I think I can do that, in solving it. Now you gotta remember, these hacks in LastPass were never found in the wild. They were never found to be actively exploited. They were the thoughts of a security researcher putting a lot of time and energy and trying crazy things on a single product and putting a lot of focus on it to find a flaw in a system, as opposed to the other ones that no one's looking at going, yeah, there's no user base. So you gotta remember, security researchers, they want their name and likes. There's an incentive for that. You know, it's kind of the street cred you got. I cracked the big giant company. If I crack some ABC company that some kid wrote and just posted it, and you'll go, yeah, so some kid wrote it, we're not impressed. So before you trust just any company for the password management, one, LastPass's response has been absolutely amazing. They fixed it. He pointed out in this last hack what they called a fundamental problem, and I may go into it because it's really fascinating to me, maybe not to you, of exactly what they did with Java variables to make this happen. Ooh. But it was, yeah, it's
Java
really
variables.
Java variables, oh. Yes. Undeclared Java variables and using declared and undeclared DOM space.
We have to do something about these undeclared Java variables.
And the good news is, LastPass did something about the undeclared Java variables. That's what they had to do to fix it. So VPNs and that. What else we got going on, Marvin?
We got still got a lot of web stuff going on. We got a couple more web clients that we're going to be doing. It's an important thing. A lot of people don't realize that, like, I think we've said this before, but your website is it's your online home, it's your online presence. That's what you want everybody directed to. We talk about social media and stuff a lot, but you still need to direct people back to your website. So if you have an old, boring, 90s looking website, people are going to bypass it right away. Yes. You need something responsive, and people are looking on phones and tablets and things now. So take a look at your website, and maybe it needs some updating. Have us take a look at your website, and we'll give you an idea of what can be updated on it.
Yeah, we can kind of work with you on that. Mm-hmm. I got designers and Marvin, and we can all talk about what can go on there. Another side note to that is related. So I've been doing websites for years, and so years ago, Joomla was a popular platform to do websites on. So we did them on Joomla. The problem is the old versions of Joomla don't have easy migration to the new version of Joomla, because they kind of had to abandon ship because they found major security holes in the platform, so they rewrote the platform. Good for them. Bad for people who were built with Joomla. We had no way of knowing when we built the website. So it creates kind of an awkward problem for me, and actually a lot of people. So I had someone else with a hacked website, and one I hosted, and another one that we didn't host. And they want me to secure their website, but they don't want to redo it. And I'm like, we are more than happy to redo it. WordPress is the platform we're using now. WordPress understands migration paths and understands that there's security updates to it, and you shouldn't just have to redo your website every time there's a security change to the platform. So we have websites we have to redo that we did like 5 and 6 years ago when we did them with Joomla. So unfortunately, I just had someone say, but I don't have money to redo my website. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't stop it. Like, but it keeps getting hacked. I'm like, yeah, you can keep hacking it. They can keep restoring it. Securing really old 5 and 6 year old versions of Joomla is super hard and not really worth it. Just it's one of those. It's an expense. It sucks. Spend the money. Get the new website. Get it in WordPress. Life is better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, he's absolutely right. You kind of have to rethink the way you get your message out to people. It used to be that you just pushed your message out, and then people took it in and you hope that they responded to it. But that's not how it works anymore. People are actively out searching for their own solution, their own answer. So when you need them to find your website and convince them that you are the one for them.
Yep. If you want to understand some of this, I have another video you can find on my channel that says turning clicks into clients for 2017. I go and ramble on for an hour, all the details of social media, website marketing, and how SEO and everything works. It is based on knowledge directly from how Google actually works, not one of those crappy, we'll get you to the top of the page type things. That is not how that works. I give much more detail of actually how you get to the top of the page, and that's in my Turning Clicks into Clients video. It's free. I don't ask you to sign up or subscribe. It's just kind of a breakdown of what we do and how some of the other companies are doing SEO, SEM, and social media marketing and how it relates back to websites.
SEO is a great thing. It's a free ad on Google, essentially.
Yeah.
If you do it correctly,
you get to the top.
You get to the top. It takes some time. That's another thing for people to understand. It can take 6 months to a year to do it well.
Yes.
So it's not anything where you're going to do it and then next week you're at the top of Google. You have to understand that.
Yep. So it takes time, takes work. What else we got? So we're running about the long time mark here. What else we have to talk about?
Well, let's see. We went through the move. We talked about pens. We talked about websites. We talked about...
so which website does this pen represent?
No, Tom.
All right.
Tom.
We'll
call it here.
Yeah, we'll end it here because we're rambling.
Yeah.
That's
what we do.
It's what we do.
So we'll do one more from here.
Probably one more vlog here because our planned couple weeks is our move date. We'll put the date below. We're still working on a couple details because we got to have a couple things delivered, but it's going to be probably third week of April. I think what date does that fall on? 22nd, I think, our move date. 21st or 22nd, our move date, so we'll be opening that Monday. That's a Friday or a Saturday. That's our final move, and we should have everything switched, and then we'll move into our new building, so we're really excited about that. We're abandoning the old building.
Well,
it's been good. We've been at this location for over 10 years, so ooh. I know. A lot of stuff to pack up and go the other way.
Yeah.
So, thanks again for watching. If you like the content here, like and subscribe. And if you want me to do more videos talking about VPNs, well, we're going to do one more video about VPN where I'm going to throw pens at Marvin. That one's going to come after this video.
Can't wait,
yeah. He's not even sure what it's going to be loud. But
it's like those days when I get here, I have no idea what's going to happen, but here we go.
If you've made it this far, thank you again. Oh, also, thank you very much for 4,000 of you now are subscribed to...
Yeah,
yes.
4,000,
sounds right, 4,000? I think so.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah,
okay. Right. Awesome. Thanks again.
All right, see you next week.